Good afternoon and welcome. Here we go. We are now on the midweek edition of Wake Up Call. My name is Craig Laird. As it says along the bottom there, across with my social, Craig Laird CC. Actually, I'm saying that right now because you know what I'd done last night? Doing a little bit of a giveaway on my Facebook and Instagram, so go across and check that out. Don't check it out just yet, because what I want you to do, I want you to tune in with Wake Up Call and see what we've got coming up today on Wake Up Call with Craig. Let's dive straight in. We are going to go in with a craft along. Debbie Fisher is going to be in for the remainder of today after Wake Up Call, and she's going to have a super duper cool craft along coming up. That's going to be 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, where if not within later on in Wake Up Call, throughout the morning you will be able to go across on social media and have a look at all the things that you're going to need should you wish to be crafting along with her. And then what she's going to do, she's going to come back, well, she's not actually going to come back, she's just going to stay, and she's going to do Creative Cravings, being Wednesday, the staple show of the day. That of course being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, and we will be having a look at the elements, the collection that are coming up within Wake Up Call and also Craft Along, including something within the Craft Along that you're going to be getting for a penny. And then when it comes to the Creative Cravings, we're going to be having a look at a few items where we have got the Farmhouse collection here. What I want to say as well, obviously a great big point out here, if you've ever had any issues when it comes with the wax seals, do make sure you tune into Creative Cravings, because Debbie is going to be demonstrating them just to show you how you can actually get them working the way that she does it.
So naughty.
That's later on. Now, you've heard him here. It's not just Debbie that you've got, and it's not just me that you've got. Third day's here for. Third day, he is shattered, he is knackered, and he's ready to go for another day.
I don't know how I'm managing, seriously. I do not know how I am managing. 3 days in a row, I'm doing it again next week.
Are you?
3 days in a row next week. I mean, seriously, I'm a changed man. But it is lovely to be back for a third and final day for me this week, and I'm really looking forward to it. Like Craig has said, we continue with our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event, where if you are new to this, we're running it through until the 15th, and basically you're going to see some amazing bundles where we're already giving you massive discounts. I've seen bundles already this week where we've given you like 30, 40, 50% off, and then you think, well, that's amazing. But then on top of that, we add you another crafty treat into the mix for just a penny. And I've been looking down the list of goodies that we've got on the shows today. I am seeing, amazing deals. I am seeing lines that say best deal yet. I am also seeing lines which say free shipping. So you will have to keep your eyes and ears peeled across the day today to pick up all of those deals. And of course, yes, if you do want to get in touch over the course of the show, we would love to hear from you. Get in touch on Facebook, get in touch on YouTube, and leave any comments, ask any questions, and we will get you involved in the show as we head through the next hour and a half. It is going to be a busy old day, is it not?
It sure is indeed. So do you know what? Let's get started.
Woo!
Let's have a look at the first item which is coming up, which is along the lines of Intri-lace die collection. This is what's going to be coming up with your craft along with Debbie and Ben later on in the day. This is your Intri-lace die collection. So with this one here, this is with the festive sentiment. So you are getting 25 elements in total. So everything that you're seeing here, £107.95 or $123.94. With that saving that you can see on the screen right there, cracking saving where you are actually saving over 15%. Now, you get free shipping when it comes to this set here. Now, this is a relatively new launch, hence why today is going to be the craft along. This is still going to be part of the In for a Penny, In for a Pound. These stamp sets went, and so many of you were after them and couldn't get a hold of them because they work in conjunction with the dies, but obviously what you've seen over the last few weeks with my demos, I've been using them elsewhere. So do you know what we're doing, Ben?
What we're doing? No, we're not.
1 penny.
Shush.
Nope.
Get out of town.
Nope.
Get out of here.
1 penny. We have just got them back. Just got them back and we're giving you to them for a penny.
Who's putting these shows together with these deals?
I have not a Scooby, but whoever it is, well, do you know what? You better
fired.
to stay out of Sarah and Simon's way.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely. So, opportunity, craft along, just briefly, just to explain about this one here. It's a relatively new launch. So, what we do, round about 4 weeks after a product has launched, we come along and we do a craft along. Now, what you can do is right now, while you are obviously watching, you may be watching on the TV and online on your phone or that, go across onto Debbie's social media, Debbie Fisher CC, Crafters Companion, Facebook page, Instagram. You will see a picture of what Debbie's going to be making, including a list of everything that she's going to use. Get the things together, ready to craft along with them. If you're new to us, then it's pretty much 2 hours with that one craft along project. So it's not fast paced, we don't have anything prepped with us, we literally cut, stamp, die cut, assemble along the lines with you guys at home. Ben will explain more of that throughout Wake Up Call again if you are new to us, but this is now giving you the opportunity, if you've not had the chance to get a hold of them when they're launched, today is now the opportunity to get your hands on them, because what you can do, although the craft along is live today, you can come back time and time again across on our YouTube and watch the craft along. Of course, it won't be live, but you can still craft along till your heart's content once you get them home. So within these ones here, that full bundle, their platinum price, £86.36 or $99.15. On that, today's price going back up above, it works out that you're saving over 15%, but as I say, I've done that platinum price, and that is the stamps that you're getting for £1. Just got them back, ever so popular when they launched, we're giving you to them for a penny. That, of course, is craft along. So within craft alongs, what we can then do is have a look at the Aperture stamps. This is now where we are going to be having a look at what's coming up within Creative Cravens later on in the day. Now, this is the Aperture stamp set. You are saving over 30% within that today's price. Best deal yet. Today's price being £51.97 or $59.81. Platinum price comes all the way down to £41.58 or $47.85. And it also works out that one of them you get for a penny.
Whoa!
So, Wild Bloom is the one that you're going to be getting for a penny when it comes to this set here. So yes, even an Aperture set that's not been seen for a wee while, we are giving you the opportunity to get them on Creative Cravens, and we are still giving you one of them as part of the In for a Penny, In for the Pound event as well. So that's what's going to be coming up in Creative Cravens that we'll be having a look at as well within Wake Up Call. So going from one element of Creative Cravens into another set, and do you know what? I could not have a Wake Up Call and not bring in Nature Garden Woodland Collection. One of my favourites, one of Ben's absolute favourites, and I am so pleased to say able to bring you the full collection as well. I don't know how much longer we're going to be able to bring you the Farmhouse collection as the full collection. This is your 12 by 12 paper pads. This is your 6x6 is your pattern papers. You've got embossing folders, stamps, dies, that incredible wax seal that Debbie's going to be demonstrating on Creative Cravens later on in the day. Farmhouse Mega Bundle Collection here. So this one here, £122.89 or $153.16. It is the lowest price yet that you're getting within that one there. Free shipping on that item. That lowest price yet, that actually works out as you're saving over 30% on the today's price. But as we say with Platinum, that comes down even more. And that incredible wax seal is what you're going to be getting for a penny.
I love that. That's worth 15 quid.
Worth £15. You're going to be getting it for a penny. So you can absolutely tell, well, I'm beginning to wonder if Debbie's put this poll together.
I know, maybe she has.
So this is why, Ben, I could not have Wake Up Call show knowing that we have the Farmhouse collection. In case you wonder, I always automatically call it the Woodland collection because I just feel it's got that kind of design to it. It is, of course, called Farmhouse collection. It is the Mega Bundle one as well. We are going to be having a look at this in Wake Up Call, but it will be featured later on in the day on Creative Cravens with Ben and Debbie. So therefore, If you are wanting to come along and do a little bit of nice, calm, relaxing crafting when it comes to the craft along, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, or you want to come back with some more detailed, inspiring demonstrations, whether it's going to be with the Aperture dies or the Aperture sets Debbie's going to be showing you, whether it's the Nature Garden, again with that wax seal collection included that you're getting for a penny. That, of course, is going to be 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time. crafterscompanion.co.uk here in the UK.com for you guys stateside, and for all of you lovely people across Central Europe, that is, of course, .eu is the place that you need to go. And while you're going to be having a look at these, there might be something else, isn't that right, Ben? You might want to pop into your basket.
Oh, absolutely. I shall tell you about that after a few of those. Loads of you watching this morning. Patty's in from Michigan, Georgianne from Florida, Pam is in from Bracknell in Berkshire. Hello, Pam. Polly from Blountstown, Florida, Jerry H from Ohio, Suzette Suze, Geraldine from New York, Terry Tom from Ohio, Adriana from San Antonio. Jerry Johnson says, good morning all from Southern Maryland. Heart, heart, heart. And Adriana says, OMG, which Debbie? You know, Debbie McGiggles, Debbie the fish, Debbie hashtag wax seal, Debbie. And Pam says, oh no, not the wax seal, Debbie. Yes, fun will ensue today. I just love the fact that Farmhouse bundle we're giving the wax seal away for 1p. All of that to come, of course, and it's been running since Monday. We've got a brand new got it good deal. Oh, nice bit of extra singing there as well. We've got the Triblends back in stock, and of course we've put together a brilliant deal, and this is relevant for our in for a penny, in for a pound, because you're going to get your dual shade 6-piece collection. You're going to get your vintage blend 6-piece collection as well. You're saving 10% already on that deal, and then we're going to give you the white stamping card for just 1 penny. So that is the deal this week, or whilst stocks last, and as we said, it is all part of our in for a penny, in for a pound deal. Like we said, we're giving you kind of the highlights of what's coming up today. You're looking at items with free shipping. You're looking at items that are best deals yet. You're looking at 1 penny deals as well. We are super excited. And Gilmore says, Ben, how are you managing day 3? You might have to plop your feet up later.
I love that word.
Plop your feet up.
Plop.
I think I might pop them up. Plop your feet up. Do you say that?
Plop.
Plop.
Plop your feet up.
Yeah, do you plop your feet up or do you pop them up?
It's funny that word, plop. Me and Ben, we were talking yesterday about a
Not about
British
plops.
Comedian, Miranda Hart.
Oh, yes.
Who says some funny words like plunge.
Yes.
Or plop.
And
Kind of like that, yeah. You really have to enhance the
plop.
Plunge or plop.
Thank you, Gilmore. I might just plop my feet up. The good thing is I can manage it because we've got top team today. We've got loads of me faves in, and of course I get to sit and watch with you pretty much for the first hour and a half. Comfy chair, cup of coffee, Hottie Scotty, Johnny, George, Jake, we're all good to go. So if you're ready, I'll sit back and relax and just ease myself into the day, Gilmore. Ease my way in. What are you up to over there? Do some work.
Beat me to it there, actually. Just to say the gallery team for you guys today are afternoon Johnny.
Oh, hang on. Oh dear, you've caught him off guard there. Oh, it didn't work.
Did it work?
Good.
Oh.
Don't know if that worked or not. He said hello. And then we've also got George.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, God, hey, George.
Oh, that worked, didn't it? Absolutely. We've got Johnny and George for all of today through in the gallery that's going to be taking the reins with, me and Ben, and then Debbie and Ben. That's for sure. Talking about Debbie, let's have a look at the craft along. This is what Debbie's going to be focusing on later on in the day in Craft Along. This is the Intri-lace die collection with the festive sentiment stamp set. 25 elements in total. Now, £107.95 or $123.94. Platinum price comes all the way down to £86.36. $99.15. So you've got that die set into the middle. These die create incredible detailed dies as well. Very much like a creator card, edgeable card, but then you have got your stamp sets as well. All, of course, included within that in for a penny, in for the pound event. So let's have a look at what you're going to be getting. These are the dies. Now, these are very much, as I said a moment ago, create cards / edgeables because they cut onto the edges. But they are so huge that these instantly create that card for you. We've got beautiful wreath. The incredible, and I'm going to be using the word incredible a lot with this set here. The detailed lines, the intricacy, it's very much a lace look. Hence the reason it's called Intri-lace die collection.
Yeah.
By the way that it die cuts out, the layers, the intricacy creates that lace look throughout. Hence why, and Johnny's just said it as well, it's absolutely right. It makes sense. It's the intricate detail that gives that lace effect, Intri-lace die collection. So you've got the wreath, then what you've also got, you're dashing through the snow.
In a one-horse open sleigh.
O'er the fields we go.
Laughing all the way, ha ha ha.
So you've got Rudolph there. This is actually the one that we're going to be demoing in a moment or two. Then what you have then got, joyful Christmas tree as well. So phenomenal. So whether you've got that Christmas tree there, you've got the nice swirl, you've got the detailed lines, you've got the snowflakes, you can then cherry pick by snipping certain elements out. So for instance, if you maybe want to have more of an aperture part here by snipping out the snowflake, you can do. If you wanted to put your little worm lights, your battery operated worm lights, so if you wanted to create something three-dimensional,
You what lights?
you absolutely can do. Worm lights.
Worm?
Worm lights.
Worm lights?
So yeah, on very thin wire, but the very tips of them are just it's called worm lights.
Is that what they're called?
Well, I think they've got a variety of different names.
I've never heard that before.
Worm lights, yeah.
Worm.
Worm
Worm light.
lights.
I've never heard that before. Wow.
Here's another word. Here's another word what we've got. What's that? Swirl.
Squirrel.
Worm. Add to the list. So that is your joyful Christmas tree that you've got within this one here.
The squirrel's eating a swirly worm. Love you.
Love you. Then we've got the festive bells here. This is going to be a good one for your festive weddings as well. You know, yes, it's bells. You do see that you've got some snowflakes and that there, but think about your celebrations round about Christmas time or the winter time. Again, you've got that lace look when it comes to the detail of the bells, the detailed intricacy within the bells, as well as the outline. Look at all of the detail that runs through within that bow. Then start to cherry pick sections by colouring in layers if you want to. Maybe you want to do additional snipping, so you're going to die cut a number of layers, create your own decoupage if you want. It's going to look spectacular. Then this one as well, sweet candy cane. Now, I had to really hold back by not doing a demonstration with this one today on Wake Up Call, simply because the last time I featured them, I'd done a demo with this one. This is my favourite one, Ben.
It's cute.
I absolutely love the candy canes within this one here. What you can start to do is you can then start to wrap little bits of ribbon or thread, anything like that. You can start to create more of that organic feel by bringing in lots of other crafty mediums that you've got at home, if you so wish. And then we've got the baubles as well. Aren't that exquisite? You've got the tree fur that's coming from the side here, but then you've got the snowflakes, you've got some of the stars just popping through. But the detail, and again, I know I'm saying detail a lot, but that is what you're getting within all of these Intri-lace dies. You've got incredible aperture pits, fine detail bits, tiny little pinpoint areas that you can see here. Cherry pick sections as well. Whether you're paper piecing, whether you're colouring, whether you're decoupaging, whether you want to go all out and create that simple edgeable card, or you want to chop it out, which I'm away to do in a moment with my demonstration, and create a different look. But do you know what?
What?
You're also getting your stamp set.
Whoa, I bet you're paying quite a bit for that.
You are. Now, do you want to know how much it was originally?
No, no, I do. Go on.
Do you want to know how much it was originally?
Yeah.
$5.99. $9.99.
$9.99?
$9.99.
Or $12.95?
$12.99. So do you know what? Should be $5.99.
That'd be a good
That's
deal.
what we should be doing.
That would be a good deal.
1 penny.
That is ridiculous.
1 penny.
That
you know
is
what?
ridiculous.
You don't even need to do anything, Ben. That is, if you go into the website and you shop this item, or just to say as well, so you can see that little item number right there. So just in case you ever wonder, say you only want a certain item that you've seen, type that little item number into the search engine where I've got there on our website. That's going to take you straight to it. That'll already be included within that set there. 1 penny. Now this went when we originally launched them as well. I told you guys at home, lots of other Christmas cards and projects I would be making over the coming weeks would feature them, and it has done. We've got them back, but you know what? You're going to get them for a penny. Not the $5.99 or $12.99 or £9.99. 1 penny that you're going to be getting them for. But all of that comes down to even more platinum, $86.36 or $99.15.
And
And
it says on my notes you get free shipping on that bundle as well.
free shipping. Yep.
What?
So, yep, you guys stateside as well, you are going to be in your element. Free shipping as well with that one as well. Fab. You want to see what you could be making? Let's have a look. Now this one here, you've got dashing through the snow. Doesn't have to be the edgeable. You know, it could be a create a card look, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in a moment or two. So you've got that part that could be in the middle of your card.
Oh,
but then
wow.
if you want to do your concept, your stepper cards,
Yeah.
using your Ultimate Pro, your scoreboard, but bringing in any of your gold cardstock. You maybe got a hold of Hunky Dory's Blockbuster and got some of the Miri card, or you got some of the adorable Scoreable. Snip them out, layer them up. How incredible. Incredible. Gosh, Johnny.
Do you know what Johnny just said? 19 Mondays till Christmas.
I can't wait. I just want to put my tree up now, to be honest with you.
Well, you do you. You get your tree up. If you want to get your tree up, get your tree up.
Yeah.
Go on. I dare you.
You know what? You know what I'm like with a dare. You know what I'm like with a dare. Yeah,
That'd be a good Facebook Live, wouldn't it? Putting your tree up in the middle of August.
Hey, that's an idea.
Yeah.
I could do that on a Facebook Live. I could put my tree up.
Decorate your tree, yeah. Let people tell you where to put your baubles.
No, no. You know what I'm like with Christmas trees.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's a
been
Christmas
down
tree
that road.
snob, isn't he?
Yeah, Christmas tree snob.
Yeah.
Don't send your pictures of your Christmas tree in this year.
No.
You'll get
Rate
an
my
honest
Christmas
answer.
tree. Don't do it unless you want to get the wrath of Craig.
Because people say I'm the Gordon Ramsay of the Christmas tree. You want an honest answer, you'll get an honest answer with your Christmas tree. So this was actually the card that I made the first time I featured them. This is actually only the second time I'm away to feature them.
Yeah.
And so much so, I done it on Wake Up Call, the 20th of July.
Oh, there you go.
So that's the one that we've done there. So tell you what, Joe.
Yes, Debbie.
I'm in Joe mode. Give me a second just to get myself sorted, and then what we can do is we can come back and we can do a demonstration with that dashing through the snow.
In a one-horse open sleigh. Aisha actually says, what a beautiful duet, fellas. Well, thank you very much indeed. Funnily enough, we were thinking about doing a duet yesterday. Craig and I went into the main office, so it was very quiet in there, obviously. They working very hard, very studious, and we decided that we might just go in there one time when it's really quiet and burst into a duet of Foam on a Roll. You know, just like shout it around the office and then run out. If we do, we'll film it and let you know. Terry Tom says, I've just binged the Miranda shows. What I call hilarious. Yes, very, very funny indeed. Lots of love for this collection as well, by the way. What Lizzie Presents saying, these are gorgeous. Sandra's been making these cards as well. She says, I just love them and I recommend them to all. We'll get Craig to measure some of the dies in just a few moments' time, because Paula and a few others wanting to know how big the dies are. And Sue says, is Ben calling them worm lights instead of warm lights? I'm not calling them anything. He called them worm lights, didn't he? Aren't you? You're saying worm as in
Worm.
a little wiggly worm?
Yeah, a little little worm.
Wiggly worm, that's what he's called. I've never heard that, Sue. So if you're thinking, why is Ben calling them worm lights? I'm calling them worm lights because that's what he's calling them. I've never heard that before. I just call them, I don't know what I call them. Just the ones that light up on the end, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what I would call those, but worm seems about right because it's like the little wiggly worm. Anyway, keep the questions coming, keep the comments coming, and we are away to go over to Craig, who is about to get started.
We are indeed. Now, very quickly about the size of them. So you can see on this one here, dashing through the snow. Now, the height of them are all 7.2 inches.
Yeah.
So that's the height of all of them. The width of them, the range between 4.5 inches and 4.8 inches. So the height's always the same, but the range between 4.5 and 4.8 inches. So that is the way, the size of them. They will all, if you're going to cut them the size that they are, they will go through your Gemini Junior and your Gemini Midi. You just need to take into account if you're actually using them as a card on a card blank. So that's the size of them. Now what I've done beforehand is I've got a piece of our white smooth stamping card, and I've cut this to 6 by 8 inches. And then what I've done is I've taken a piece of Sarah's pattern paper from her Nutcracker collection, and I've cut this to 1/4 inch smaller. So it's 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. And I'm going to layer that one up into there. And then what I've also done is I've taken, this is actually some of the Hunky Dory Snowfall acetate, but you could do this with the Snowfall acetate or Snowflake acetate from the Gnome collection. Yeah. What I've done is I've cut a piece to 8 inches, so 8 inches by 6.5 inches, and I have scored at the 1/2 inch mark on the left hand side. And what I've done here is I have popped some red liner tape on the back. And what I'm going to do at this point, Ben, is I'm going to feed that onto the back, and we're going to fold that one over, and we're going to press. Now I've not got anything with me to hide that workings, but at home you could cut a border strip or a die strip or something to hide that working if you want. I'm not really overly concerned about this at the moment. If I'm doing it at home, I'd spend a little bit more time. What I've also done is I've taken a piece of this kind of like Bordeaux wine colour card, also from Sarah's Nutcracker collection, and I've cut it to 5 by 7. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this up onto a piece of copper mirror card. And this mirror card was from the mirror collection that we launched during Hunky Dory's Blockbuster. Yeah. So if you got your hands on that one, then that's where it's from. Now what I'm going to do, I've not got it exactly straight, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up a little bit better. So I'm going to line it up simply because that would really annoy my eyes seeing it being a bit uneven. So I'm just going to straighten them. So there we go. Okay. Got my nice little matting layer. Then what I'm going to do at this point, let's take my backings off. As you can see, I'm already prepped with my double-sided tape. You could be using your tape runner if you want. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this into the base here. Popping it simply into the middle. And what I'm going to do, I've got a little bit of a straggly base, so let's trim that little bit of white layer there. So pop that straight into the middle. Now this bit you could have done before you pop the acetate, but this is what's going to give me my backdrop here. So what I can then do is then come in with a piece of craft card. So this is where I'm going to use my die as a create-a-card die, Ben. Okay. I'm not actually doing it as like a card base or an edgeable. This I've also cut to 5 by 7. Cut it to 5 by 7 because then what it does is I'm going to match it up right to the left-hand side. And what I've also done as well, by doing the 7 inches, it makes it 0.2 inches smaller than my actual die, so I'm going to get a nice full image edge to edge. What I'm going to do, I'm going to secure it with low tack tape, and then what I'm also going to do, Ben, while die cutting it, because you've got incredible depth to it, I'm going to include my metal shim. Yeah. Once I've die cut it, what I'm going to do that I don't always do often is I'm going to emboss it as well, because there's so much interlace detail die cutting that it's going to be worthwhile you doing your embossing as well.
Lots of love coming in for this collection. Loads of chat as well about worm lights. I don't think anyone else has really heard of them. Sue says, oh, I thought Craig would call them warm. I've never heard of worm lights either. Well, now you have. Bit of education for you here, not just of the craft variety on Wake Up Call. I was just thinking, actually, producer Johnny was just chatting in my ear. It was this time yesterday we were getting ready to tuck into our afternoon tea.
We were?
Yeah. Johnny's just gone, oh, never get out of my shift. I did ask Christina at the cafe, actually, as I got my cup of coffee this morning, whether or not we could make it a regular thing, and apparently not. It's a shame, Johnny, actually, that you weren't here yesterday, because we did tuck into quite a lot, did Craig and I, but then we did actually share the sarnies round afterwards. Did you get one, George? Oh, you didn't get a sarnie? Oh, I did offer you. That's good. But yeah, sorry about that, Johnny. Just have to wait another 364 days, and we'll do it all over again. Afternoon tea day. It is, though, National Sons and Daughters Day today. So if you fancy sharing any pics of you and the family, I'll see if I can find some pics of me and my kids, which I can share later on. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? Build a little bit of a gallery with all of our sons and daughters.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, send in your pics, studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we'll do those pics as we head through the show.
Absolutely. I just want to explain this bit, Ben, because it's not something we do quite a lot. So if you're ever unsure about embossing, so this is my layers come out the Gemini the way that they've come out. So that's all the layers. I've not moved them. So what I'm going to do is my base cutting plate. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in my rubber embossing mat. And then what I'm going to do, take away my metal shim. So I'm going to put the die back on, so facing down into our embossing mat. Then what we're going to do, always remember, when you're doing embossing, you don't have your magnetic shim. So I'm taking that out. So then what we're doing is we're cutting into the embossing mat. Please, 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 please do not worry. You will not cut your embossing mat. It's the material. You will not cut it, so do not worry. It's there to enhance the detail. It's there to actually push the detail in, which you really do want to spend that little bit of time doing when it comes to these Intri-lace.
Yeah.
So cutting into our embossing mat, plastic shim, top cutting plate. We're going to run that one through. So once again, Ben, that enhances the embossing, but what it also does, a little bit of a cheat as well, it helps release these die pieces too, because it's helped them just to pop out and push out. So I'm going to remove this, and then I'm going to take out all the die pieces out of the apertures.
Lovely comments still coming in. Who was it who just asked me? Patricia on YouTube says I want to come along to the craft along, but I've got a doctor's appointment. I plan to do it after I get home, but I can't find the list of ingredients to have on hand. Patricia, I have literally just shared the list to my Facebook page. So if you search for Ben Moseby, Crafters Companion, you will see the list there. It will be on Debbie's page. It's on the Crafters TV page as well. But if you go to my page, it will literally be there now at the top of my Facebook page. A few people asking as well about these dies, Craig, whether we can use them in the MIDI and the best way to do so if we can.
So the MIDI, exactly like I've just done there with the Gemini Junior, they will go through the MIDI, but it has to be a separate piece of cardstock.
Right.
If you're doing it through, obviously, a card is in a card blank, therefore it's going to go lengthways, which is not going to fit the MIDI or the Junior. As far as the combination, well, it's wafer thin die, so all that you do, die, cardstock, and the folder, and
right.
pop it through.
Cool.
So yeah, I've also got one as well, Kathy on Facebook. What die did you use to cut the mirror card? I didn't use anything to cut the mirror card. No, it's craft card that I've cut into, not the mirror card.
There you go. Keep the questions coming. It's nice to get these in nice and early as well, because later on, as we get busier, sometimes you don't manage to get around to all of the questions, but get them in now and we'll get them answered. Patricia just saying, I'm so excited to dive into these Intri-lace dies. They are so beautiful. I think, yeah, some of the most intricate, most gorgeous dies. But the great thing about these as well, as Craig is showing you, so super craftable and so easy to use. The effect that you get is stunning.
It really is, and the way that you can use them in so many different ways, like I'm away to do now. So that's the one I cut. Now, if you noticed, as I took that out, pretty much all of them, apart from a few swirls, all came out. And that's what happens when you do that embossing. It enhances it. You got the giggles there because of the swirls.
I don't know why. I've heard you say it a million times, but it still makes me laugh. Swirls.
And I've already ran this one through. I am pretty much getting to the end of my Xyron machine, but I had enough to run this one through. And because I cut my craft card to 5x7, it's the perfect size of this wine colour cardstock on the back. So I've pretty much sandwiched it exactly over the top. So we've got that kind of effect here. Then what I've done afterwards is using more of that kind of like copper mirror card. I die cut my die once again, but what I wanted is I wanted a lot of the waste pieces that came out.
Okay.
So a lot of these bits that die cut out, I wanted to keep a hold. That's what I've done here. And once again, what I've done is I've popped them through my Xyron. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and let's see if I can remember, Ben, exactly which bits that they're to fit into.
Oh, you have a bit of patience here, haven't you, to put these back in?
So I think I'll be fine with these bits. It's when it comes to the little arms of the snowflakes.
Yeah.
I'll be like, what snowflake did that come? But do you know what we've got? We've got time.
We've got 55 minutes left, so you might be all right.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
It's going to be worthwhile doing it, so that's exactly what we'll do. Paper piece them back into place. Now I know obviously I've the luxury of still having some of my Xyron left, but you could be using your A4 double-sided adhesive sheets, or you could be using your permanent sprays.
I've still never seen one of those Xyrons.
Oh, they're so cool.
In the whole time.
They're so cool.
Have we've ever had it back in stock since I joined? Nearly a year ago.
It's pretty much the main casualty of COVID.
Oh, is that right?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, to do with the mechanism, manufacturing the mechanism, then the adhesive.
Yeah.
It's the main casualty of COVID. So.
Well, how big's the machine?
Oh, the range. We've got little ones from like 1 inch mouth, 2 inch mouth, we've got 3 inch, we've got a huge big A4 one. Yeah. So yeah, we do a variety of different...
So eventually when we get those back in stock then, they'll be flying out the door, won't they?
Yeah, when we do get them back in the past, they fly out.
Yeah.
They absolutely fly out. There's times that they haven't even lasted a day.
Seriously?
Yep.
They do look ever so handy, to be honest with you.
They really are. They really are, because they're so quick in the way that you can attach any of your adhesive on. There's no waste bits of adhesive. You get the adhesive only where you need it. So handy. And it's certainly handy for us on TV bases for speed. Mm-hmm. You know, at home, you know, don't get me wrong, I would be using my Xyron at home, but I would primarily be using either my sprays or my tacky glue, because at home I've got more time. Yeah. Whereas here, speed-wise, time-wise, it is better if we have our Xyron, because we can get straight to the decoration and creative side quicker for you guys at home. Yeah.
Well, you're doing very well with this. You're speeding through a lot quicker than I thought. I was getting ready for you to take quite a while to piece all these bits in, but you are putting this reindeer jigsaw puzzle together very, very quickly indeed.
I tried to put the snowflake arms kind of all together in sections. Yeah. So I knew this section here was going to be the top one. So we'll work our way. So I've cherry picked certain sections. So I've done a couple of the swirls. I've done a couple of the snowflakes, but with the snowflakes, I've done both parts, the inside and the outside arms of the snowflakes. You might only want to do one or the other. It's the great thing with paper piecing. You get to choose what you want to paper piece. Have a bit of a play, see what you can come up with. But it's a nice alternative way in which you can use the Intri-lace dies. Yeah. So yes, you can use them as the edgeable, you can use them as that create a card, or use them as one or the other, or use them in whichever way that you so wish. So let's get this last couple here, and then what I also done as well, done a little bit of die cutting with his nose, and I was going to go for a red nose, but I thought, no,
Rudolph.
Let's just keep it copper, let's run it all in theme together.
Oh, it's a shame.
So what we're going to do you want to do it red?
Well, I don't know, I just Rudolph the...
Do you want to? Let's do it red.
The copper nose reindeer doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it?
Right, let's...
Oh, I don't want to put you out.
You're not putting me out.
Oh, okay. I don't feel you have to do it just for me, you know, just to keep him quiet over there.
Ben, you know I would do anything for you.
I would do anything for love.
But I would do that.
You won't do that.
And another good example here, if you only want to cherry pick sections to die cut, only cut your cardstock to the size you want. So therefore, I only need a little bit for his nose, so that's all that I'm going to do. Pop a little bit of card underneath his nose there, And that's the only little bit I'm die cutting, so I'm not going to add my metal shim. And I'm going to run this one through. That's going to give us a nice red nose. So you could have done the copper. I've got that little bit here with the copper, but we're going to go for red, Ben.
Love that. Oh, isn't he brilliant to me, you see? Isn't he brilliant? I only did it as a little mention, and he's only gone in and changed up his little... I think, Craig, the overall effect of it, I think it will be worth that little extra change there when you see it, yeah.
If I had red mirror card underneath here, I probably would have used that to run in conjunction with the rose gold or the actual copper. So let's pick that one up, and I'm going to press that in there. So what we can do is, although that's acetate, I'm still using my tacky glue. Now acetate, non-porous surface, so that will need a little bit longer to dry, to hold into place.
That was worth it.
It was worth it. I'm going to give you that one, Ben.
Yeah.
It was worth it. So let's take, I've got my white smooth stamping card already cut to size. Now we can use our stamping platforms, but let's go and, you know what I'm like, little stamps. I always find it easier using my little stamping block. So I'm going to go in with the stamp sets that if you're going with that bundle on the screen, you're going to be getting for a penny. So we're going to go in there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with, so I'm going to go in with Bordeaux. Now, I'm going to go with water reactive simply because it's water reactive I've got underneath here. What you'll see in a moment, the one I've already done, I've used Bordeaux and I've used quick dry. So what we can do is then pop that one into there, and then I'm going to stamp. So water reactive does work, but you get that more bubbled effect, because it's water reactive. It's intended for you to come and do water techniques. As I say, it does work quite well if you want to go for that rustic look. But what I've done is using the Bordeaux, but with quick dry, I've stamped it out, and you know what I'm like with stamping. I go around with my ice grey too.
Oh yes.
Tri-blend or classique. That's what I've done. I've added two little pearls in the middle, little bit of copper mirror, and then let's bring this one in. And what I'm going to do...
Demo of the show right there.
Let's go up into there.
Fab.
And then what you could do, maybe a piece of white card for you to write your sentiment in. Alternatively, again, a border strip or that to hide those workings, but then a matten layer with your white smooth stamping card or Nina for you to write your greeting or sentiment. That's where you can write it. But then there we go. So another way in which you could be using your Intri-lace die. So yes, they're the edgeable, yes, they're a create a card, but you can use them in that way, or you can use them completely separate, like I've done here. Not used it as an edgeable, but I've used it as a create a card. You can do that style and so many with all of them that you're getting within that set there. The Intri-lace die collection with festive sentiments with the 25 elements in total. Today's price being £107.95 or $123.94. Really good saving there. It works out, well, it doesn't work out, it means that you're getting free shipping as well for you, certainly for you guys stateside, that is a bonus. Platinum price comes down to $86.36 or $99.15, and these are the Intri-lace die collections that Debbie is going to be using. She'll be using one in particular, but it's from that set there that she's going to be using within the craft along, which is the next show after Wake Up Call, 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, or of course Mr. Ben, 7 a.m. Pacific Time.
Mr. Ben, used to love that show. Yeah, it's a lovely collection, dashing through the snow, your joyful Christmas tree, festive bells and more. And as Craig has said, don't forget you will get the stamp set for a penny and the free shipping within that bundle as well. There is another bundle which a few of you have seen on the website as well, which doesn't include the free shipping and that stamp, but that gives you a 15% saving. This one though gives you the 10% saving, the stamps for a penny and the free shipping. So that's the one that I would be going for if I were going for this bundle, but again, it is entirely up to you. Thank you for all the lovely comments coming through as well. Love all of these. Patricia just says, I'm so excited to dive into these Intri-lace dies. They're so beautiful. Christine on YouTube, I love the Miricard pieces effect. Makes the reindeer pop. Yeah, absolutely it does. And again, Craig beautifully highlighting all of the different ways that you can use these dies. Aisha says, beautiful paper piecing, Craig. I love the paper stock, which I know is from the Nutcracker collection, which Sarah would have offered additional 8x8 pads for that kit. Alison says, love the idea. I may have to try this a little bit later on. And also, of course, don't forget, you can watch this show back whenever you like. So you've got that little demo there from Craig, and then later on, that craft along as well. 3 o'clock here in the UK, at 10 o'clock East Coast. Would love for you to join us live. You can craft along in real time, as we said. We've got a guest joining us as well on the show to craft along with us. Susie T will be joining us to craft along live with us as well. You can join us too and send in your pictures at the end of the show so we can see what you've made. And of course, like we said, if you can't join us live for that show, the craft along will remain there on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, so you can come back to it and craft along at a time that suits you. Right, we are going to get ready to show you some more demos, to recap on some of the deals that we've got. But if you have got stuff in your baskets right now, let's give you a little bit of time to check out your baskets, and we'll be back in just a few minutes' time.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
We've had to make some changes to our shipping charges, and we want to keep you informed. With continued pressure on domestic shipments around mainland US, we've had to temporarily increase the cost of our regular 6 to 10 working day standard shipping service from $9.99 to $12.95, and our free shipping threshold from $100 to $125. We also have some really great news to tell you. We've introduced a brand new shipping service called Express Delivery. This is a fully tracked door-to-door service which takes 3 to 7 working days and costs $19.95. This option means you'll get your crafty goodies in your hands sooner, meaning less waiting and more crafting. We're also upgrading delivery services for our Gold and Platinum Club Inspire members, who will now receive priority delivery on all of their orders. And if that wasn't enough, we've upgraded these orders to our new Express 3 to 7 day service. Your patience and understanding throughout this very busy time has been amazing. So we'd just like to say a huge thank you, and we look forward to chatting to you again very soon.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can get the best deals and shop while you watch during our shows. The best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. So head over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV Home, where you can see all of our shows, plus exclusive offers, and even shop while you watch. Now, if you want to get involved and comment along, you can head on over to our community pages. Come say hello, ask us some questions and chat along live with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even airplay our shows direct onto your big screen or stream us live through YouTube. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day.
If you have just joined us, a very good morning, indeed a very good afternoon. Welcome along to Crafters TV. It is Wake Up Call with Craig, and we are very much looking forward to what we've got coming up today. I know Craig's going to recap on what we've got coming up as far as the shows are concerned. I just need to remind you, of course, about our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event. Runs through until the 15th of August. I'm getting really confused with my dates. Today's the 11th, isn't it?
It's because that you're in for 3 days, that's what it is. It's usually just 2 that you're in for, so being in this extra day, it's just pushed you.
Is that what it is?
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's really pushed you over the edge there.
It's been funny. I was saying to Johnny and Craig before, because we're obviously busy packing and getting ready to move. We move 2 weeks on Friday, and I had a message from my wife last night saying how much packing she's been doing and how she's exhausted, and I felt like saying, "Oh, I'm exhausted as well because I'm working 3 days this week." But I didn't send that.
I wouldn't do that.
No,
you've just managed to get her to move here. You don't want to divorce. You know? Saying how busy you are. She watches the shows, I'm sure. She'll be like, nah. I'm here packing the boxes, and you're saying you're busy.
Thing is, though, I do try to help out with the boxes, but I don't pack them to the standards.
Okay,
you see.
Yeah.
I bet you're a bit like that, are you, when you're packing? Like, because I pack them to sort of my standards, but she almost packs them to sort of, you know, like when you play a game of Tetris and you get everything like slotted in. Yeah, she's like that, and it has to be done to that standard.
Yeah, see, I'm like that when I do a food shop.
Oh, really?
I know obviously with COVID and that now, they don't really offer to pack bags, but even when they did, I always said no, because, you know, I don't want my raw chicken on top of my fruit and veg and that sort of stuff, or my bread on the bottom of my 6-pack of Coca-Cola and that. You know, I like them in specific way. Like Jenga or Tetris, I have for them well packed. But that's 18 years in food retail. I've learned all that.
And you obviously don't shop at that shop where you have to race the checkout assistant. You know the one I'm talking about?
I know that one.
Oh, I go there on purpose. I go there on purpose just to try and beat them.
Oh, do you? And is that where you just like lob them
Well,
out?
yeah, you have to pack your bags in the car park afterwards. You just line up your trolley and you literally, because they speed them through so fast, and then you're just there going like that. You know, come on, I'll take you on.
I bet you're one of those that has been on social media lately, that the trick to slow them down, are you?
Oh.
Where you put them on the conveyor belt, but you space all the products out on the conveyor belt.
I have never thought about that, but now I'm going to do that.
You bet you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Bet you are.
Oh yeah, Johnny, I've done that as well. Awkward, like when you're trying to get your stuff in your trolley so quickly, and all of a sudden you just find that you've got your hand on top of the checkout operative's hand. You're like, oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to get that friendly with you. Dear, oh dear. But anyway, why are we talking about that? Oh yeah, I was trying to tell you, from house moving to packing and shopping,
to touching customer services on the tills.
Yeah, wow, how bizarre. I was trying to tell you about the fact that it is our In for a Penny, In for a Pound event. How on earth we got onto all of that, I do not know. But basically, you're going to see amazing bundles with huge discounts, and then the added crafty treat for just £1 as well. And as we've already chatted about today, best ever deals, free shipping deals, and again, lots of these In for a Penny deals as well. And Craig, just to recap for anyone who has just joined us as well, it's a jam-packed old day, isn't it?
Absolutely it is, yeah. So, well, not so much for me. I've only got wake-up call, although to be fair, you know, when I've only got wake-up calls, you guys know, I always head home and get lots prepped for, well, not only just tomorrow, but the remainder of the week as well. So later on, remainder of the day, is yourself and Debbie being the craft along that we've just focused there a moment ago, and then you're going to come back again for Creative Cravens. Creative Cravens is one of those. Each day we always have kind of like a staple show. Monday Makers, being on a Monday, launch party on a Tuesday, etc., etc. But so many of you absolutely love and adore Creative Cravens. I think it's just the different aspect, the different things that we tend to do with the products that we've got as well. So yeah, it is going to be jam-packed for the remainder of the day. Craft Along, another one that you guys absolutely love. A couple of people saying that you're new to the Craft Along and that as well. So the Craft Along, if you are going to be making exactly what Debbie's making, actually, even if you make exactly what Debbie's doing or you change it slightly, it's a nice, it's a calm, it's a relaxed, basically 2 hours. Take the 2 hours to do the craft along, so it's step by step. So the way I always like to explain it as well, we've got the finished product to let you see what you're going to make, but we don't have anything prepped. Nothing's cut, nothing's die cut. What we do is we do it live with you at home. We'll do sections by sections. We'll take a little bit of a break. We'll go back to Ben, bit of a recap. Any questions? If you've maybe missed something that Debbie said, you wanted to go back over some of the steps, we can do that. And I think that's what's really taken the show to many of your hearts, is the fact is, you know, we're able to do that and we do it within the 2 hours. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun with that one as well. The Intri-lace dyes that we featured a moment ago, loads and loads of you looking forward to that and the different things that you could be doing, and certainly what Debbie's going to be doing.
Yeah, Susie T just saying, I am excited. I've not done a craft along with Debbie Giggles Fisher before. It will be a lot of fun for sure. A couple of questions have just come in as well. If we can tackle these before we move on to another demo. Patricia just asking about tacky glue. How does tacky glue look on the back after it's dry?
Well, pretty much see-through. Pretty much see-through, yeah, really good question. Because your tacky glue dries clear, so what will happen is acetate being clear as well, is pretty much going to dry clear, so you're not going to see it. All that you'll see is actually the back of the colour cardstock.
Good. And Leslie says on YouTube, how do you use the double-sided sheets? I used one the other day and got it all stuck in the dye.
Rightio. So you've got your double-sided adhesive sheet. So take the backing off of one side and pop your cardstock on. So therefore, you've got your cardstock and the base of it underneath is adhesive. Obviously, it's still got the backing on. And then you cut into your cardstock that way. Once it's die cut, then you can then peel the backing off. So I think sometimes, by the sounds of it, maybe what's happened as well is you're cutting into the stickiness, so therefore the sticky adhesive is sticking in with the dye. So just make sure that when you are taking one layer of the backing off, pop your cardstock on and then cut into that layer that way.
There we go. Any more questions, then feel free to get us in and let us know. And thank you to Sandy Ballinger on Facebook, who said, my cat is watching Crafters TV with me this morning. Pictures, please. I love it when we see cats and dogs in craft rooms. Right, something else I need to point your way at is, that made no sense at all. Point your way out, what am I talking about? What I need to tell you about is what's coming up in Creative Cravings. We've got our Build a Bouquet stamp and die collection. Love this again, 118 elements in total. And this again is in our in for a penny, in for a pound deal, because we are already giving you that huge saving, say the $17.97 or $22.43. Platinum members, $31.18 or $35.89. And then you'll see the Flagstone waterproof ink pad there. You are receiving that for 1p within this particular bundle. We've had some amazing deals in our in for a penny, in for a pound event, and that is just another one of those. Of course, don't forget, if you want to shop ahead, you can see what's coming up on both of those shows, indeed the Craft Along and of course Creative Cravings with myself and Debbie later on. And just to mention again, with that Craft Along, if you've seen those Intri-lace dyes, you're thinking, I want to grab those, I haven't got them yet, but you can of course grab those today, and then we will ship those out to you, and you'll still have the Craft Along to craft along at a later date. You know, if you get there's a week down the line, you can come back to it either on Facebook, or, as I say, the best thing to do is go to YouTube, subscribe to us there. You can bookmark your favourite shows, create your own playlists, and you are away. But that Build a Bouquet collection, as I say, is coming up a little bit later on. Kaz just chatting to us about shopping. We were talking about packing our shopping bags a few moments ago, and Kaz says, I'm the same, Craig. I always pack my own shopping, and I do now shop at the fast scanning supermarket. After paying, we head to the shelf to pack, and my other half knows better than to help me. Well, I tell you what I used to do. I used to try and pack at the same time, which you can't do, but then I went through a phase of just taking my trolley to the car and then just chucking the stuff into the boot. And but then my wife told me off, said, you've got to you've got to put it in the bags, because then otherwise it causes a bit of a ruckus when you get back. Then you're trying to get it all into the house.
So you don't pack into like sections. In other words, I put the fridge stuff in one bag. I'll mentally put in one of my cupboards where I have like tin soups and that. I'll tend to mentally pack in that way. So it's either well organised when it comes to my food shopping, or I'm just like way OCD when it comes to packing. You are going to get on brilliantly with Mrs. Laura Moseby when she's up here in a couple of weeks. I'll send you two off shopping together. It is scary, Johnny. Yeah, he said a couple of weeks. I know. I'm going to be here 2 weeks' time, working 4 days.
In a row. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I don't know if you guys are ready for that. But anyway, Leslie's to say thank you to Craig for the chat about the double-sided sheet. She says I'll try that later on. What are we coming back to, Craig? What are you going to be showing us next?
Well, funny you say that. Just to go that we are completely live and we try and answer your questions where we can, Leslie. Let's do that demo right now.
Oh, look at that.
I've got an adhesive sheet underneath, well, I've got it to the side of me now, so we'll be able to explain that. So let's take, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in one of the sentiment dies from the Farmhouse collection here. And I'm doing this one, prime example is your double-sided adhesive sheets are going to be great for things like sentiments. But the way that I do this one, you're going to do exactly the same as if you were using the double-sided sheets for your Intri-lace dies, etc., etc. So what I've got is I've got a double-sided adhesive sheet here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit. I would be more frugal at home, but for the sake of time and speed.
Yep.
So what I've got is I've got a piece of my double-sided adhesive sheet. So I'm going to take the backing off of one side, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop that onto the backing of one of my cardstocks here. So what I'm then doing is I always stick it onto my card and then cut, simply because if I was to do it the opposite way, there is a strong chance of you gunking up your scissors or your guillotine. Whereas by layering up your card first, that means then that you've got a nice basis for you to cut using your scissors. So there is my red cardstock, and I've got my self-adhesive sheet on the back there.
Okay.
So what I'm then going to do is I'm then going to go in with my die here. So again, this could be any wafer thin die. The only thing that's going to change is the size of the double-sided sheets that you've done. So what I'm going to do as well, so we're going to put it in. Now I will, 9 times out of 10, Ben, I will add my metal shim, no matter what kind of shape the die is.
Yeah.
So even although this is quite a simplistic shape with the sentiment, I'll still add my metal shim. It's, what's that, about 280 GSM cardstock. It's a layer of adhesive and it's a layer of plastic backing. So therefore I'm going to add my metal shim in. So if I go in, so let's pop that one on. We're going to layer up as normal, plastic, magnetic, and then top plate. So we can then run this one through. So any of your nesting dies, your sentiments, your Intri-lace, your creative cards, anything like that, you'll be able to create your own adhesive backing. The sheets that we do are in A4 in size, so you can go big if you want to.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can take these ones out. Let's remove that. Now, if you want to use that as a stencil or something,
yeah,
because
perfect.
you've got that adhesive backing, but what we can do is if we poke this one out, so there's family. Let's take that one out there. And then let's bring in a piece of cardstock. So I'm going to bring in a piece of cardstock just for this one. So what we've got, family, which we've got the adhesive on the back, so we can peel this one off. So let's peel that off, and then we can stick that one on.
Perfect.
And then as long as you don't press too hard at the moment, you can then still move this into place.
Yeah.
Once you're happy, press. We can then do the same with this one here. Peel that one off. We can then place that one in, pop that one into place, maneuver it in, press, get it into position.
Brilliant.
And then there we go. There is how you can use your double-sided adhesive sheets.
What is, I mean, seriously, employee of the month or what right there? What is it with him today going above and beyond? There's me going, oh, I think you should actually maybe put a red nose on the reindeer, and he goes and does it. And then Leslie, there you are, asking about the double-sided sheets there. Not only does he answer the question, but he demonstrates it for you as well. And I think that does go to prove, well, A, what a great guy the Hottie Scotty is, but also B, how good it is here at Crafters TV, because I bet you wouldn't get that elsewhere, would you not? Bet you wouldn't get that elsewhere, would you? Hey?
Well, no. Well, Living Awards we're up for, isn't it? Living Awards we're up for in the Craft Awards. So then there we go. But it's a good way to show we are completely interactive. We are live, as Ben says, and we know for a fact there's no other craft and shopping channels that are like that. but we are. So then there you go. There's a good way to show you how you can be using your double-sided adhesive sheets.
There you go. Thank you, by the way. I know a few of you sent in pictures, which we will look at in just a bit. Michelle just saying, Ben, I sent in more pictures of the cats in the house with Chow Chow. Yes, Michelle, I love that. I can't wait to see that picture. 3 separate pictures, Johnny tells me. I cannot wait to see those. Rhonda just saying, I used the stag as an anniversary card the other day. And just before we move on to the Farmhouse collection, Heidi says, Craig, I have a non-crafting question. When you only do one show, do you go home after, or do you stay all day at the office?
So, good question. Absolutely. So if I literally only have this one show, then yeah, what I'll do is I'll hang around for maybe about an hour, make sure everything is ready for tomorrow's show, then I'll go home and then I will prep tomorrow's show. If maybe I've got meetings with guys in the gallery, or you know that I do things like sub-box filming. We've got HSN coming up, which for you guys stateside, I will be on HSN this craft day with 2 products.
Whoa.
So if there's meetings like that, I need to get together with the guys and the girls at social media, then of course I will stick around. But if it's prep that I need to do, then yeah, I will go home for 2 reasons. 1, it just means I get a lot more done, and 2 is, the way that we are at the moment is still just thinking safe of everyone. If there's no need for me to be here, an extra body, I'm just as well being at home, keeping myself safe, keeping these guys safe as well.
Yeah, and 3, if you was to stay here in between shows, you'd probably end up doing silly things with me and going into the office and singing Foam on a Roll and stuff like that. Right, keep the questions coming. Keep in those pictures as well. Leslie just saying, Craig, you are a fantastic crafter, and thank you for that demo. We are going to come on and have a look at the Nature's Garden Farmhouse Mega Bundle right now. This really is absolutely massive, and it still is actually one of my favourite launches that we've done this year. It is massive. The deal on this we're doing you today is that you're saving 25%, which is amazing. You're also going to get that involved in our in for a penny, in for a pound deal, because Debbie's favourite, the wax seal kit, you are getting that for 1p within the bundle. Not only that, it's the lowest price we've done it for, and you've got free shipping as well on this item, which is amazing. £98.31 is the platinum price, $122.53 if you're shopping with us in the US. So many reasons to buy that, and again, you look at that. I know Craig's got the boards ready over the other side, but it's a comprehensive collection when you think about all of the papers that you're going to get with that, all of the dies and the stamps and the embossing folders, and it's got one of my favourite dies that we've done this year in the pickup truck, which I know you guys absolutely loved as well. I think Craig has got the boards ready to have a little look through. That pickup truck's brilliant, isn't it, Craig?
You love that one, don't you?
Yeah, I love it.
You really do. The fun thing is because you can add on to that. You've got the stamp of the pickup truck.
Yeah.
You'll see it in a moment, but you can build up. So there's flowers, there's root vegetables and that you can.
And animals as well, isn't there? I think
there's what? Sorry.
Animals as well.
Animals as well. Yeah, really, really fun. So let's have a look. So one of the main ones that Debbie is going to be demonstrating on Creative Cravens tonight, and that is the wax seal. So this is actually what you are going to be getting for a penny within this one here. So you've got the wax seal. So this is what it's going to create. You will actually get the mechanism and the wax as well. But then we have got some sentiments. Now what I'm going to do, Ben, is I'm going to pretty much quickly go through these boards because there's loads.
Yeah.
I want to show you some finished samples and then get on to demoing, because this is actually the one we're going to demo with, and actually this little house here is what we're going to stamp with. So we've got this stamp set that says we can do it. We've got simply thankful on these ones here. So you really are going to be able to use them for many occasions throughout the year. Certainly springtime, think of Easter time, but having that farmhouse, if you've got anyone that loves the farm animals or animals in general, you'd be able to use it for birthdays and celebrations. You've got these die cut toppers already layered up with on foam pads that you can be using as well. And a embossing folder that so many of us here and you at home are using them throughout all your crafting. It's such a handy one, having the textured wood. 5x7, it's not 3D, it is a 2D one, but by golly, the depth that you get within this one is incredible. If anything, actually, you'd be mistaken thinking it was actually a 3D one.
Yeah.
You've got foliage wreath, really good one as well, being 6x6. You've got that wreath feature, simple sentiment within the middle, whether it's stamped, whether it's an image, that's your card done. But then you have got the fly by to say hi. Now this, and I say it every single time.
Coronation Street.
You beat me to it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, beat me to it. Those that used to watch Coronation Street in the days with Jack and Vera, where they had, I still get, is it seagulls, pigeons? No, Jack done pigeons. He had pigeons.
He raised pigeons, didn't he?
He raised pigeons,
yeah.
But on the wall, I think it was ducks, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Geese. Yeah, always reminds me of that one. If you want to do a Jack and Vera, gosh, they were great characters in Coronation Street. It reminds me of those ones there. Nothing to do with Coronation Street, I should just point out, but, you know, it does remind me of that. Ben's favourite.
There he is.
The truck. Now, you could then be layering them up. So you've got your animals, you've got your as Erin would say, the squashes, which to me is actually juice.
The squatters?
Squash.
Oh, squashes.
Squashes.
I thought you said the squatters.
The squatters. You might have some squatters in the back of your van, you never know. Then we have got, he's gone. He has gone.
Oh, sorry. Carry on.
Now we're going in with the stamps that also has dies to go with them. Very familiar with your Build-A-Bouquet, so start to use this within your Build-A-Bouquet collection, or bring your Build-A-Bouquet collection in with this one here, mixing and matching. That's what you're going to find with so many of our collections at Crafter's Companion. You can mix and match. Then you've got this one, again, stamp and dies. This is Let Your Love Grow.
Yep.
This one gives you a die, it's a little seed pack. So it's a really dinky little pack. You can then be die cutting. It's a little bit too small for like a gift tag or a gift card, but you could start to use it in with the front of your project if you want. This one here, you've got these little sentiments that's going to work right in the middle of that scroll that you can see there. Then what we're going to give you, 6x6 pattern paper, so you can see all these gorgeous designs all the way that runs throughout. Same in the 12x12. Now they're exactly the same. When it comes to the 6x6, they've not been chopped up from the 12x12, they've been simply scaled down.
They're just mini.
They're mini. You were going away to go there, yeah. Even the guys in the gallery knew you were away to go there. So scale down on those ones. You've got your texture cardstock that's going to complement throughout. It's one as well that many in the past have stocked up on when we've had it individual. Do we still have these individually, Johnny, do you know? Just, the only reason I'm asking is because this was a pad that many of you stocked up on, this one alone, because you loved the colour tones that worked with lots of other collections that you've got. But that one is your 12x12, 230 GSM. And we're giving you the vellums as well. Look at these ones, Ben. Phenomenal. Vellums, 12x12. Designs are going to complement your 12x12. Just to say you can get that one. So you can get this one on its own, but there is also a collection where you can get the card, the paper, and the vellum in a bundle on its own together. That's going to be on Creative Cravens tonight as well. So a few options for you. Maybe you've already got the collection and you want to stock up with card and vellums, then that's going to be on Creative Cravens as well. But that, Ben, is the full collection you're getting there. Today's price being $122.89, $153.16. Works out as well within the today's price that you can see on the screen right now. You're saving over 30%. You're getting that wax seal for a penny, which Debbie will demonstrate tonight, and you're getting free shipping as well. But then after that, it's platinum price on top of that, £98.31 or $122.53, and you can be making things like these. So let's bring these. If you like to do your concepts, if you want to do your little pop-ups, look at these. How cute's that? Bringing in the embossing folders that you can see on all the panels. Ben's favourite with the little pickup truck.
Yeah.
You've got the lady there with, you know, she means business on
she
that.
She does, got sleeves rolled up.
So much fun. The little seed pack as well. What about using it with your Christmas tags that we launched yesterday? Awesome idea. So many, what I now call the Jack and Vera stamps.
Oh, well, I haven't said that. Leslie's picked you up on that, saying it was Hilda and Stan.
Well, oh, that's right. It was Hilda and Stan, yeah.
Was it?
It was.
Well, and then Jack and Vera moved into the house and kept
They
the ducks.
moved into the house after.
Yeah.
And it's now, well, it was Tyrone and Fizz, obviously. Well, that's gone the other way. You know, it's not that one now. It's Fizz. And Maureen Lipman, she is an incredible actress. Maureen Lipman.
Maureen Lipman. Maureen Lipman's in Coronation Street.
Yeah, she's been in it a couple of years.
Is she?
She's Tyrone's Nana. But yeah, as a actress, that Maureen Lipman, she is brilliant.
Yeah, she's fab.
But yeah, she's in there with Fizz and their daughters.
Wow.
Tyrone's not. If you follow Coronation Street, you'll know why. Gosh,
I have no idea.
What a busy week it's been on the streets. There's been fires, there's been fights, there's been everything.
God, dear. It's always doom and gloom in the soaps, I find. That's why I don't watch them.
That's why I watch them.
Oh, right, okay.
Makes my life seem a lot more rosy. But you've got that one there. So there really is. There's so much that you can be doing with this collection here. That's just the tip of the iceberg as to what you can create.
Wow, loads of lovely comments coming in, by the way. Yes, Craig on HSN, you are awesome, says Michelle. Another Michelle just saying love the paper in this bundle as well. And here's a lovely interesting one from Terry Tom. I love this idea. So the truck that you get within the Farmhouse bundle, where you can add your own cargo, as it were, with the vegetables and the little rabbits and whatnot. Terry Tom says the stocking stuffer stamps and the dies from 'Twas the Night Before Christmas fit in the back of the truck for Christmas time as well, so you can make your own little Christmas truck with that collection. Holidays are coming, 'tis the season.
It really does make me feel Christmassy, that
Don't
one.
you? Johnny's just gone 19 Mondays. I can't believe you guys are counting already. But having said that, do you know what I always think? By the time September rolls round, you do then start feel like you're getting on the road to Christmas, because Halloween's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, little right turn up ahead, and then you keep going, little left turn for us here. You've got like, you know, bonfire night, starts to get colder, the clocks go back, and before you know it, it's crept up on you.
See,
There.
I do what Johnny's just said, and I know you're the same, Ben, is you get excited for Halloween, you get excited for bonfire, then once bonfire's over with on the 5th of November, it's full on Christmas. That is it.
Yeah.
Christmas galore.
Yeah, and do you know what? Actually, I'm really looking forward to it. It's thanks to mainly our US friends. Halloween, doing trick-or-treating around our little village where we live. I absolutely love that over the last few years, and our village all get together. You know, we do it properly, we do it nicely, but I love the fact that you guys sort of gave us trick-or-treating, and I look forward to that once again this year. Right. Let us have a look at some of the pictures that you guys have sent in. So Terry has sent in a picture of her daughter Emma getting ready for her senior year, last of 3, and obviously looks like she's a very talented pianist there as well. Super proud, very happy for her. And the reason, by the way, is that we are sending in these pictures is because it is National Sons and Daughters Day. So super proud, love these.
What a gorgeous girl as well. And actually, along those subjects as well, big shout out to everyone in Scotland that goes back to school and nursery and that today. The
I
schools
can't
are back.
believe that.
Yep.
When did they break up? April?
The Scottish schools do come off a few weeks before the English schools, but yeah, they're all back today. So
wow.
Good luck to everyone.
Johnny just said the thing which I had in my mind. Can we send our kids off to Scotland? Get them back a few weeks early. Ours don't go back for another 3 weeks. Terry and Emma, thank you for that. Rhiannon has sent in a lovely picture with her and her son Aidan. I'd love to know as well whether or not your sons and daughters craft along with you as well. And this is brilliant. Michelle, who we met, I want to say I met probably a few months ago now on one of our shows here. Michelle with all of her cats. So, Plup.
Love that picture.
Plup. Les, Michelle and Plup, yeah. Love that. And here's Rebel coming up. Look at Rebel.
Oh, look at Rebel. She's a wee rebel sitting on the coffee table.
Yeah, I know that. The thing about cats, they just do what they want, don't they? They do what they want. Next up, from Plup and Rebel to Lil Bit.
Lil Bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Michelle, I love that. And of course, yes, we had Chow Chow, who joined us on the... Michelle, were you with us for I want to say it was a craft along. It was, wasn't it? And Chow Chow, I think, was the first pet to make a live appearance here on Crafters TV. So that is brilliant. Love all those pics. Keep those coming in, by the way, because no doubt we'll keep showing all of your pictures as we head through the day today. Studio at crafterscompanion.co.uk. It is National Sons and Daughters Day. I suppose you can keep sending in your pictures as well of your furry sons and daughters. I absolutely love it. Thank you for that. Right, we have got 10 minutes to go. So, we need to do the demo of the show as well, don't forget, at some point. So...
We've only done one.
Have we? Oh, yeah, because you did the... well, you better get cracking then, better you?
I better get going then, eh?
That's what I just said. Go on.
Oh, right, sorry.
10 minutes, hurry up.
So what we're going to do is let's go in with our card layers first and foremost. So 6 by 6.
Yeah.
Now I've gone in with some craft card here, and I find you do get a brownie tinge cardstock within the 12 by 12, but I really do feel as craft works a treat within this collection. So 6 by 6 card blank, 5 3/4 by 5 3/4 craft card. Going in with white smooth stamping card, 5.5 by 5.5.
Oh, we've got Michelle's cats the wrong way round apparently. Yeah, never mind. We named them wrong, it's fine. We got Plup and Rebel mixed up. Rebel was the orange one, Plup was on the table. Yeah. And,
you never want to have a plop on the table, do you?
Plup! Gilmore has just said, Craig, did you see my daughter's face painting as Sting the wrestler? Sting was one of my favourites. I posted it on your Facebook Live yesterday when you did your wake up. Did you see it, Craig?
I didn't, no.
Oh, you have to have a look, go back and look. I loved Sting. He was one of my, he was my first proper favourite because I used to watch WCW back in the day.
He's still
rather
going.
than WWF. Is he?
Yeah, but he's in AEW now, not WWE.
What, wrestling still?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, I'm have to choose. What's it called? AEW?
AEW,
yeah.
Telling you, it's big competition for the WWE now.
Where do you watch that then? What channel is that on?
Here in the UK, it's on ITV4.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But yeah, to be fair, from a big WWE fan, it is decent. Really, really good. Really good. So
Wow,
yeah,
check that
so
out.
Sting's in there. Yeah, Sting is in AEW. He was in obviously the wrestling for a few years, and then he had an injury at WrestleMania a number of years ago, and the WWE doctors wouldn't let him wrestle in case he'd done himself real damage.
Yes.
And he felt that he still had a bit of time in him. So
Yeah.
so he's went to AEW and he's wrestling.
Apparently there's a few of them there, like Cody Rhodes as well.
Yeah.
Johnny was just telling me. I saw him wrestle live a few years ago for a birthday treat. I think it was for my 40th. Rey Mysterio came over to one of the British shows, and it was a one-off show. It was him versus Alberto Del Rio.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember exactly where it was, in Coventry in a stadium there, and it was brilliant. I saw him against Alberto, and it was Cody Rhodes against Juventud, who I think also used to be in the WWE. It was brilliant. It was. I loved it. My wife, not so much. Not so much.
Well, get her with Gemma. She'll soon change her mind.
Oh, is
Johnny's Gemma.
Johnny's Gemma. Is she into the wrestling as well?
She loves it. Yeah, she's going to divorce Johnny and marry Drew McIntyre. Although to be fair, I am going to marry Liv Morgan. So
I saw on your Instagram yesterday. I think it was. Was it Facebook?
Instagram.
Yeah. Gilmore's going to email that picture, by the way, of Sting to the studio address. So we'll have a look at that after. Thank you, Gilmore.
Excellent.
Where are you up to with your demo anyway? What are you doing?
Rightio. So what I done a moment ago, I'll set that to the side. I took a piece of white smooth stamping card and I cut it to 4.5 by 4.5, ran it through the textured wood embossing folder, and then using my Fryer Brown, I went round and added some ink. I brought in the one that I'd done at home and I spent a lot more time going round with the Fryer Brown. Now I've stuck it on using foam pads, and then I had some hunky-dory diamond sparkle pearls that I've added into each corner there. Another piece of white smooth stamping card. What I've done is I've used my stitched edge nesting die that is 3.25 inches by 3.25 inches. And I'm going to take the little cottage stamp, and I'm using my Pebble alcohol-proof ink pad. Stamp it out, and then I'm not going to colour it in. What I'll do is I'll show you the one that I've done, and I will tell you what I've used. So I've used Antique Pink Blend, Alpine Green Blend, Dark Red Blend, Fair Skin Blend, Earth Brown Blend, Aqua Blue Blend, and Ice Grey blend. That's the colours I used to colour in the little house, or the cottage. And then what I'd done, once again, using Fryer Brown, I went round the edges and touched it up with a little bit of colour. Next, Stitched Edge Nest and Die Next Size Up, I've done in Craft, and pop that one on. And then the next size up, but with the scalloped, I've taken this peachy pinky cardstock from the 12 by 12 and die cut that circle out. So we can then layer these ones up here. So that can go into the middle. So I'm going to press that. So if I bring that one in, but what I've also already done is on that same stamp set, which by the way, that was from the We Can Do It.
Yeah.
Done the little house and the sentiment. Stamped it out, done the same with Nest and Dies, layered it up, but I want to make it quite a full card. So the reason I popped the pearls there and there is because I'm going to layer these ones up here. So let's bring this one in. Now, I done this layer last night. If I had done this right now, this would kind of still be a bit wet for me to put my tape on. So I would have used tacky glue. But because I'd done this last night, my water reactive ink will have dried. So therefore, my double-sided tape is going to stick no bother. Go in with this one here. I only want to pop a little bit of tape in the corner because I am simply going to go into here.
Fab.
Layer up there. And then last but not least, using a couple of bit of twine. And this was from Sarah's Vintage Diary collection.
Diaries, yeah.
I took this twine. So let's do a little bit there with glue gel.
Chunky glue.
Chunky glue, as Debbie would say. And then a little bit there. And then there we go.
Brilliant.
There is 6x6 card using our Farmhouse collection that you can see on the screen. So that's what we've just done there. But if I bring these both in there for demo of the show, we used the Intri-lace, which is number 1, and then Farmhouse collection, which was number 2.
All right, you've literally got, I reckon about 2.5 minutes to get your vote in on that. And just to recap again, this Farmhouse mega bundle is coming your way on Creative Cravings. A little bit later on, 7 o'clock this evening here in the UK, 2 o'clock East Coast. And of course, brilliant for the fact that you're getting that discount. We're doing it at the best ever deal for you. Free shipping on that bundle as well. And you're getting the wax seal for a penny. Loads of you, by the way, have been commenting about Craig going on about the wax seal demo with our Debbie. And you tell me off for winding her up. He hasn't stopped today. He's been naughty. But we'll have to wait and see. It remains to be seen whether or not you will see a wax seal demo. That is certainly what your man over there is hoping. Just whilst we're waiting for the votes to come in, let's have a bit of a recap, shall we, as to what's coming up. Looking forward to the craft along later on.
It will be, yes. I'm going to be watching while I'm at home getting ready for tomorrow's show. So Craft Along is actually the next show that's coming up next with Debbie and Ben. That's with the Intri-lace die collection. At the start of the show, we'll give you the shopping list as to what you need, but in the meantime, can go across onto Ben's Facebook page, Debbie's Crafter's Companion, have a look, get the things together so that you're ready to go. That, of course, being 3 o'clock here in the UK, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Time, and then they're both going to come back again for Creative Cravings. That, of course, being 7 o'clock here in the UK, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, or 11 a.m. Pacific Time, where they're going to have a look at the Farmhouse collection, the Aperture stamps as well as the Hero tool as well. That's going to be coming up as well. So it's going to be a fun show. I'm looking forward to being at home, prepping and watching.
Well, it is going to be a marvellous day. Hopefully you will stick with us. But we need to, before we finish Wake Up Call, decide, well, we don't need to decide, you've already decided which was the demo of the show. And I'm pleased, actually. I think it was down to my suggestion of adding the red nose to the reindeer. I think that's what tipped it. But no, probably it wasn't. But the winner was number 1. What a great card.
It was number 1. So that's going to go up against Debbie for the remainder of today. So my 1 card is going to be against Debbie's Craft Along, and then whatever she does within Creative Craving. So there we go. And actually, I'm quite proud. And I tell you what, if it doesn't win demo of the day, do you want it to give away?
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I really?
Yep.
Oh, thank you so much. I did actually say to you, I've managed to sort of garner quite a few cards from the shows over the last few weeks. So at some point, maybe later today, or maybe next week, I'm going to do a Facebook Live where I'm going to clear out my cards. So look out for that. Maybe later, potentially next week, but I will confirm on my socials. And thank you so much, Mister. What a fun 3 days we've had together. I look forward to doing it all over again with you next week, Monday to Wednesday.
We will do. DJ, it's going to be a lot of fun. Had a blast with you. Thank you so much as well. Don't forget, Craig Laird CC on Instagram or my Facebook. Go across. I'm actually doing a giveaway at the moment, which is to do with Sarah's Twas the Night Before Christmas. So if you want to be in the chance of winning something that I made a few weeks ago, head across there. Of course, as I always like to say, we are all across on social media. Type our name in, followed by CC. It's going to pop up. I will see you same time tomorrow. Have a lovely day watching Crafters TV. Don't forget, Debbie will be demonstrating the wax seal on Creative Cravens tonight. See you then. Bye.